So get this, the strongest dudes in this world are called writers, basically gods with pens. The more people read their work, the more jacked they get. It's like getting swole off of fan fiction. They even got ranks, and this dude's in a rank, looking ready to throw down with some firepower. Yeah, about that, an S rank just showed up and absolutely folded the entire squad. Our boy in the cloak is one of the only ones left, and he is not having a good time. He's on the ground, bleeding out, but still refusing to accept the L. My man's got that dog in him. The S-rank villain, the silver-haired pretty boy, is just looking down on him like he's trash. But wait, our boy's eyes start glowing. You know what that means. The protagonist's power-up is loading. Silver Fox over here just smirks, pulling up some kind of system window. He's not even worried. And we get a name drop. Julius Hugo, S-rank writer. Bro really just no-diff the whole party. Our boy is on the ground, in the villain's your next speech, but he's not even flinching. He's clenching that fist, fueling his rage with some classic I can't lose to these bastards energy. And we get the tragic backstory. A woman tells someone named Ji-sun to run from a white-haired attacker. And there it is, the dead mom origin story. This is the moment that broke him. He's got that psycho-grief smile, remembering the vow he made on his mom's grave to destroy them all. Cue the training montage. My man has been grinding, writing, and living in the gym for this one moment. We see him climbing the ladder, just absolutely dusting some D-rank and C-rank jobbers on his way up. The grind continues as he takes down a B-rank. This dude really fought his way through the minor leagues. The montage ends with him facing the A-rank from his own squad, so he had to fight his way in. And who the hell is this guy? He's rocking the final boss strip with that fur collar and cross. And we get the MC's name, Ji-sun the Heretic. Bro's got a whole title. He's officially in the game now. Ji-sun hits him with the classic I'll never give up while fur collar looks like he's heard it a million times. He whips out his pen, talking about its power. My man really thinks he's about to pull off a comeback, and he immediately gets styled on by some shadow spike jutsu. That comeback lasted all of 2 seconds. Fur collar is just watching, completely unbothered. This dude's boredom is a power level in itself. Then fur collar pulls out his own pen, which looks like it cost more than my car, and claims its power. Next thing you know, a whole city block gets deleted by a holy laser beam, okay? This guy is not playing. And if the laser wasn't enough, he pulls out a freaking gun. A rider with a Glock is just next level disrespect. But Ji-sun's back up with the full-on fallen angel transformation. He's embracing the edgelord power-up. Ji-sun charges, and while fur collar floats there like a final boss, the real throwdown is finally starting. Ji-sun's got the gun to his chin, but fur collar hits him with the brother line. Hold up. They're related. And we're in a lore dump, showing how the first writer popped up in the 15th century. Okay, history lesson time. Apparently, it all started with some magical printing press. So the whole system is based on a magic copy machine. The more people read your stuff, the stronger you get. It's literally a power system based on clout chasing. And by stronger, they mean you can literally go Super Saiyan. This dude's book must have been a bestseller. We get a breakdown of the ranks, from D-listers to S-rank gods who can pull stuff from their stories. Like this lady pulling a whole-ass anti-tank rifle out of her novel. That's one way to deal with writer's block. And this dude summons a whole fantasy shield, so you can write yourself into a tank, a sniper, whatever. The top tiers can summon entire armies from their books, bro. They're literally playing God with their own fanfiction. And of course, fur collar is sitting on his throne like he's the king of this whole system. What a surprise. So Silver Fox is Julius Hugo, an S-rank CEO who's basically a king. No wonder he was so damn cocky. And the power is hereditary, so when a top writer dies, their kids get the juice. It's a whole Nepo baby system. These writer dynasties have been stacking power for generations. The rich just get richer, man. The heirs of these OG writers are now straight up ruling the planet. We're talking full-on Illuminati vibes here. And the lore dump ends, dropping us in Seoul at some publishing house headquarters. Okay, back to the plot. Inside, it's just a regular-ass office. So this is where the world-ending novels get written, huh? Some pissed-off manager is storming through the office like she's about to fire the whole department. We see someone nervously tapping their pen. You just know they're about to catch all the smoke. And it's our boy Ji-sun getting called out by his B-rank manager, Ms. Kim. She looks absolutely livid. She's ripping into Ji-sun, telling him his new book is a complete flop. My man can't catch a single break. Ms. Kim slams down the sales report, showing off his pathetic numbers. She is not here to play games. Ji-sun's just looking on, completely unfazed. Bro thinks he's still that S-rank slayer from his daydreams. She's grilling him about the 1,100 copies sold, But my man is still sitting there looking smug. He calls it not bad for first day sales while we see he's just a measly E rank. The delusion is real. And Ms. Kim hits him with the reality check. That's the total for the whole damn week. Ouch. The smug look is gone, replaced by the cold sweat of a man who knows he's fired. Welcome back to Earth, buddy. He tries to spin it like it's a good thing, talking about hooked readers. My guy is in full damage control mode. But Ms. Kim is not having any of his corporate speak and pulls out her phone for the final blow. She shoves the reader reviews in his face, and you just know they're about to be savage. And the reviews are just roasting him alive. They're telling him to go to jail for writing this trash. Ji-sun is sweating bullets as the reality of his one-star reviews finally hits him. He starts coping, blaming the readers and bringing up his best-selling poetry book from last year. Ms. Kim is physically pained by his level of delusion. She is so over this conversation. She shuts that down immediately, telling him nobody reads poetry and his hit only sold 10K copies. Then she goes into a corporate guilt trip, talking about how their rival publisher is eating their lunch. She's trying to rally the troops, telling them to get their asses in gear and reclaim the top spot. Her brilliant solution: she tells Ji-sun to just copy some K-pop star's new book. Oof. And this K-pop dude is a 23-year-old B-rank who sold 15 million copies. My man Ji-sun is washed. She's literally telling him to sell out and just copy the office romance formula for some quick cash. Ji-sun's pride is wounded, acting like he's too good to write a romance novel. Bro, you're E-rank. Ms. Kim is still going off, telling Ji-sun to get his head in the game for the company's sake. She drops a bomb about losing their holy printing press, so the whole company is on the line. She's on a mission, grabbing a book off the shelf with the company logo on her back, and she slams it on his desk, basically telling him to study up on how to write a bestseller. The book is literally falling in love with your boss, and he's got 1 week. The disrespect is unreal. She walks off after demanding a guaranteed hit, leaving Ji-sun to process his new career path. The delusion finally fades as Ji-sun admits to himself that his book was a complete train wreck. He's having a moment of clarity, realizing Ms. Kim was trying to help him, but he was too proud to listen. A new voice pops in, telling Ji-sun that Ms. Kim still believes in him. And we meet Saram, another E-rank, who points out that if she didn't believe in him, he'd be out on the street. Saram pops in with the co-worker pep talk, telling Ji-sun to just listen to Ms. Kim and write a banger. He even teases Ji-sun about liking the verbal abuse from Ms. Kim, and our boy's smirk says it all. Ji-sun plays it off, and the whole office goes back to the corporate drone life. And we get the obligatory time skip montage, starting with the clock on the wall. A few hours of soul-crushing data entry later, and the workday is finally ending. The scene cuts to Ji-sun's apartment at night. Time to do the homework he was assigned. My man is at home, shirtless, actually reading the cheesy romance novel Ms. Kim gave him. And his first thought is exactly what we expected. This is absolute, irredeemable trash. He starts picking apart the plot, calling it ridiculous because no one would act like that in real life. But then the hate reading turns into grudging respect as he realizes, damn, he's actually hooked. Ji-sun finally admits the B-rank's writing is fire, then decides to procrastinate. A true writer's spirit. And we get the classic moody moonshot. You know some emotional shit is about to go down. He passes out in his messy-ass apartment. Bro's living that authentic broke artist life. And we're in a dream sequence with someone calling his name. Here we go. Trauma vision incoming. The dream is getting clearer. Brace yourselves for the feels, boys. Oh, it's a flashback to little kid Ji-sun, rocking the dorky PJs and glasses. He's running to his mom. And wait, this is before everything went to hell. His mom picks him up, and it's just a pure, wholesome moment. Damn, this is gonna hurt. Look at this happy little nerd. Thinking he's all grown up. He has no idea what's coming. His mom and some other lady are just enjoying the moment. This is the before picture of his villain origin story. The mom's friend, Haijin, dips out for the night, leaving them to their wholesome family time. Mom asks little Ji-sun what bedtime story he wants, and you can just feel the good vibes. My boy wants to hear about Robin Hood, specifically the part where he throws hands. A man of culture, even back then. And just like that, the vibe check fails. Something's wrong, and Mom's spidey senses are going off. She shoves Ji-sun back and bolts towards the door. Mama Bear mode, activated. The door is cracked open, and you just know whatever's on the other side is going to be fucked up. It's a whole-ass murder scene. Haijin is dead, surrounded by some armored goons. We get a glimpse of the boss in the shadows. Blonde hair, glasses. This dude looks familiar and not in a good way. The camera lingers on Haijin's body, just to make sure we all know this isn't a dream. Little Ji-sun is rightfully terrified, clinging to his mom as his childhood officially ends. Mom's eyes go wide with pure rage and terror. She knows exactly what's happening. She immediately snatches up little Ji-sun. The get the hell out protocol has been activated. The whole damn wall gets blown out by the attackers. So much for a quiet night in. They get absolutely yeeted out of the house from the force of the blast. She lands hard, shielding Ji-sun with her body and trying to crawl to safety. Her hand digs into the dirt, refusing to let go. My God, the determination on this woman. She's up and booking it into the woods, telling Ji-sun to just hang on. She's still running, trying to reassure him, but you can see the absolute fear in her eyes. And here comes the magic bullshit Yura. A glowing sword materializes and flies right at them. And there it is. She takes the blade right through the chest to save him. The villain origin story is complete. Ji-sun is holding his mom as she bleeds out, and the villain's finally is just the ultimate disrespect. And here's the attacker, this blonde psycho with a key staff, talking about how he finally tracked her down. This is the face of the dude who just murdered his mom. Bro looks like a youth pastor from hell. He's still monologuing, calling her devotion to her son a waste of time. This guy's got a major god complex. Now he's charging up a holy hammer to punish her sins. Okay, so he's a full-blown zealot. He swings for the fences while mom uses her last breath to tell Ji-sun to book it. Little Ji-sun is just watching his whole world end, screaming for his mom. This is rough, man. She looks him in the eye one last time before taking the hit. My God, the feels. With her last ounce of strength, she shoves him to safety. Mama bear until the very end. And he's off, running through the woods as his childhood literally explodes behind him. Little Ji-sun is still running, screaming for his mom as the trauma fully sets in. And of course, another psycho with a light sword pops up to finish the job on a literal child. My boy is frozen solid, staring down the barrel of his second near-death experience in 5 minutes. The new goon hits him with the "you'll be with your mommy soon" line. The villain monologue game is strong tonight. But wait, a new challenger appears. Some dude with a ponytail just parried the attack. Ponytail Man is straight up manhandling this goon, stopping his blade with one hand. The original mom killer, Blonde Psycho, is back and he is not happy about this interruption. And now the two blonde dudes are clashing, holy hammer versus light sword. It's a full-on brawl. Ponytail Man is calling him out for being a scumbag who attacks children. Finally, someone with morals. He pulls out his book, ready to serve some written justice. This dude is about to drop a whole chapter on his ass. Ponytail Man opens his book midair, about to drop a whole new chapter of woo pass on these clowns. He's summoning some kind of lightning portals from his novel. This dude's writing is literally electric. Blonde Psycho is actually looking a little stressed. He wasn't expecting this random hero to pull up. And the cockiness is back. He's acting like this is just a minor inconvenience on his murder schedule. He summons his own power, telling his creations to get up. Oh great, he's calling in his own OCs. And he pulls out a whole-ass golden angel from his story. So it's a stand battle now, got it. Both of them are just screaming die at each other. The subtlety has officially left the building. Ponytail Man is locked in, ready to throw down with the summoned deity. My man has zero fear. And the angel is huge. Ponytail Man is fighting a literal god summoned from this psycho's fanfiction. Little Ji-sun is just watching this all go down, getting a front row seat to his permanent trauma. Little Ji-sun is just watching this god tier fight, his brain officially blue screening from the trauma. The image of that golden psycho angel is literally burned into his retinas for life. And we're back to the present, with adult Ji-sun waking up screaming from his nightly trauma fest. He's trying to play it cool like what a dream, but my man is sweating through his sheets. Bro says it's been a while, like he doesn't relive his villain origin story every other Tuesday. Alright, time to shake off the crippling PTSD and get back to the E-rank writer grind. He's admitting that memory is a permanent scar that he's never getting rid of. And there's the motivation. That one day is the fuel for his entire revenge plot. He keeps a picture of his mom on his desk, just to make sure he never forgets what he's fighting for. My man is gripping that chair, renewing his revenge subscription. The grind is officially back on. Ji-sun's got a full-on conspiracy board going, vowing to never let go of his revenge. He's been at this for years, trying every angle to track down his mom's killers. My man is staring at his mom's picture, renewing his "I will find you" subscription. And the main target is Blonde Psycho, the dude who started this whole villain origin story. Just as he's in his revenge zone, a bright light flashes outside his apartment window. Ji-sun is completely caught off guard, breaking his intense brooding session. And his window just gets absolutely shattered, sending him flying across the room. He's on the ground, already cut up and bleeding. Bro can't even mope in peace. A glowing, ghost-like hand just phases through the broken window frame. What the hell? And the whole damn ghost is stepping into his apartment. The home invasion just got supernatural. the ghost fully materializes. And it's some jacked up spirit daddy floating over Ji-sun's broke-ass apartment. Ji-sun's already bleeding, but his eye is glowing blue. He's not even scared, just locked in on the apparition. And the ghost hits him with the "my son" line. Hold the damn phone. Is this his long-lost dad? Ghost dad is here to pass on his power. So this isn't a beatdown. It's a damn inheritance ceremony. Ji-sun's just trying to process this massive info dump while glass is still falling around him. Ghost dad ain't done yet. He's still building up to the big finale of his last will and testament. Our boy is looking up, finally realizing what's happening. The E-rank life might officially be over. He's getting the whole bloodline power up, as Ghost dad literally dives into him like a Saiyan spirit bomb. The light from the power-up hits his mom's picture on the floor. You know she'd be proud of this glow-up. The whole apartment building is lit up like a Christmas tree. So much for a secret power transfer. My guy. And we're back to the morning after, with the neighborhood pretending they didn't see that light show. Ji-sun wakes up, probably thinking he just had the world's most intense hangover. He's trying to write it all off as a dream, even though his room looks like a damn war zone. But then he feels the cuts and scrapes, and that it was just a dream excuse starts falling apart. My man's blaming his writer's imagination, like he just wrote himself into a Michael Bay movie. He puts on his glasses, trying to get a clearer picture of the absolute chaos he woke up in. He's sitting there in the wreckage, finally admitting that the ghost dad power-up felt a little too real. And then he sees the shattered window, and the last bit of denial just evaporates. My man's feet hit the floor, about to face the reality of his new, very messy life. And there it is, the cold, hard proof that his apartment got invaded by his deadbeat ghost dad. Ji-sun's still trying to process the wreckage, wondering if a storm hit that only he experienced. He finally gets up to inspect the damage, still rocking the post-apocalyptic boxer briefs look. My man's first guess is his neighbors hate writers, not that his ghost dad just dropped a power-up. He spots his mom's picture on the floor, the one thing that seems to ground him in this chaos. He kneels to pick up the picture, and we get a reminder that my man is secretly shredded. He decides to just ignore the whole supernatural home invasion and focus on the grind. And he casually tosses his pen, which now has the impact force of a damn meteor. His pen is now a weapon, and he's still thinking about leveling up, completely missing the memo. He just leaves his apartment with a gaping hole in it. The landlord's gonna love that. He's already sweating the landlord call. So, my ghost dad stopped by for a power transfer. Ji-sun's back on the grind, realizing the fear of Ms. Kim is a more powerful motivator than any revenge plot. He's accepted his fate, ready to sell his soul and write some romance if it means leveling up. And a system window confirms it. He's the secret heir with 3.2 billion potential readers. The ghost dad power-up is legit. My man's already cooking up an isekai plot on the sidewalk. The grind never stops, even for traffic. Some little kid spots him and starts fangirling, calling him a writer. He's a celebrity to a 5-year-old, at least. The mom is trying to shut her down, telling her not to point at the E-rank writer like he's a zoo animal. Mom's dragging her away, but the kid is still locked in on our boy Ji-sun, refusing to let the dream die. And now the kid's crying because her mom is cock-blocking her from meeting her hero. Damn, that's cold. Ji-sun, being a good dude, just hands over his pen to the little fan, a true man of the people. And just like that, he's made a fan for life. That's one reader down, 3.2 billion to go. Ji-sun's already feeling his new power, acting like this corporate uniform is a superhero suit. He's still on his corporate pride monologue, completely forgetting his apartment is a disaster zone. His co-worker Sarum sprints over, completely interrupting Ji-sun's internal protagonist monologue. Ji-sun is ready to spill the tea about his ghost dad encounter, starting with the exploded window. Sarum hits him with the "that's crazy, but look at this," completely ignoring his friend's crisis. He pulls up the news, and it's a live shot from Paris with Notre Dame getting absolutely torched. The reporter confirms it's a terrorist attack inside Notre Dame. So much for a quiet Tuesday. The reporter drops that it was a bombing at an inheritance ceremony, and nobody survived. That sounds familiar. And the victims are some big-name players, a commander and an apostle from the Holy Order. The Alisters got hit, and the main target was Victor Hugo, heir to the world's top writer family. Bro, that's Silver Fox's relative. The news report is breaking down the attack, saying the bomb went off right as the ceremony ended. Ji-sun is just staring, completely floored by the news. The world's really going to shit, huh? And guess who the sole survivor is? Silver Fox himself, Julius Hugo. Looking pissed even while being rescued. A news anchor confirms they stabilized the pretty boy. The world's most famous Nepo baby lives to fight another day. Sarum is spelling it out for Ji-sun, Someone just tried to assassinate the writer. World's biggest celebrity. He's saying this is unprecedented. And the terrorists timed the attack perfectly during the ceremony. Ji-sun realizes they hit Julius while he was vulnerable, absorbing his family's power. Just like he did last night. Serum confirms it was their only shot, because Julius was about to hit S-rank and become untouchable. Apparently, with 600 million reads, Julius could normally just tank a bomb. The power scaling is insane. Ji-sun just scoffs at the 600 million. My man knows his 3 to billion potential is about to change the game. Serim's still gassing up Julius, saying he hit those insane numbers with just 2 books. Ji-sun's ego is already maxed out, comparing himself to the S-rank Nepo baby. Serum brings him back to reality, reminding him his book has a measly 12,000 reads. Ji-sun's already on the copium, saying he's younger and has more time to catch up. They arrive at the office, and Ji-sun calls Serum a hater for speaking facts. And we cut to a dojo, where the people are about to throw down, Korean flag in the back. Some red-haired dude is getting absolutely styled on by a woman with a ponytail. She's got him pinned, hitting him with the not bad like she's not even trying. My man is on the floor, sweating, realizing he is completely out of his league here. She's schooling him on how writers need to be fighters too, not just keyboard warriors. And we cut to Ji-sun's co-worker Serum, who is secretly built like a damn tank, talking about his friend's genius. He's calling Ji-sun a hard-working genius, and we're diving into a flashback. Oh boy, more trauma. We see little Ji-sun at an orphanage, still broken from his mom's death and isolating himself from everyone. But little Serum, the OG homie, pulls up on him with a book, trying to break him out of his shell. And just like that, Ji-sun's passion for stories got Serum hooked too. The bromance was born. Back in the present, Serum admits he was worried he'd get left in the dust by Ji-sun's talent. But he kept grinding, and now they're both in the writer game together. My man's got that rival energy. He's gassing up his training partner. But you know he's really thinking about his future with Ji-sun. Serum throws a kick, declaring this is just the beginning. Bro is training to be a main character too. And we're back to Ji-sun getting absolutely folded by this ponytail sensei. So this is where he's been training. Ponytail sensei is just standing there daring him to start. She's not even in a stance. That's how little she respects him. She asks for his best shot and then immediately sends him flying with a single palm strike. Absolute disrespect. Ji-sun gets back up and actually lands a block. My man is feeling himself after not getting instantly folded. He's throwing a whole combo, feeling sharp, while she's just weaving through it like it's a light jog. She blocks another one of his punches without even flinching. This woman is made of pure, unadulterated gains. Ji-sun thinks he can read her guard now. Oh boy, the protagonist's overconfidence is kicking in right on schedule. And she's just smirking, complimenting him like a proud mom watching her kid's first karate class. Ji-sun's getting all emotional, thinking about how Ms. Kim believed in him. Bro is fighting for his manager's approval. He's still on his Ms. Kim taught me so much speech. My guy is about to power up with the force of middle management. He plants his foot, hitting the but now pose. You know he's about to try some new shit he learned. He's in the zone, yelling about how the student has surpassed the master. My man is feeling himself a little too much. And Ponytail Sensei immediately shuts that down with a single kick. Not today, Junior. Ji-sun gets absolutely planted on the floor. So much for that big speech, huh? He gets back up, calling her impressive. Yeah, no shit. She just kicked you into next Tuesday. My man's still talking his shit, saying he's been grinding for months. Okay, let's see it then. Ji-sun powers up with a blue aura, dropping the classic skill over rank line. We've all heard this one before. Ponytail Sensei is just watching him charge up like he's a loading screen she's waiting to skip. He's about to use Ms. Kim's technique, but hold up, Ponytail Sensei is powering up too. Wait a damn minute. She summons a whole-ass energy rifle. So Ponytail Sensei is Ms. Kim, and she's about to teach him some respect. And Ji-sun gets absolutely blasted across the room. Guess he's not ready to copy the final exam answers yet. Ji-sun is flat on his back, completely out of breath. My man's big speech got him put to sleep. Ms. Kim stands over him with her summoned rifle, schooling him on the basic rules of sparring. She tells him he's only supposed to use 1% of his power. And her stat card confirms she's a B-rank with almost 20 million readers. Serum has to help a beat-up Ji-sun limp out of the dojo. The bromance is real, even after a beatdown. Ms. Kim watches them leave, looking like she's rethinking her entire training philosophy. She's still thinking about that last exchange. And damn, her abs could deflect bullets. And there it is a year as she realized his power level was immeasurable. She felt that ghost dad power-up. We get a time skip to later in the day. The corporate grind waits for no one, not even a secret heir. A few hours later, and the workday is finally dragging to a close. The scene cuts to a bar called Cat's Eyes. You just know someone's about to drink away their problems. And we're at the bar, where my man is about to drown his earang sorrows in a cold one. Ji-sun's moping about getting his ass kicked by Ms. Kim and being forced to write romance. A tough day at the office. But Sarum, the ultimate wingman, is here to remind him about the Julius Hugo revenge tour. Ji-sun's getting in his feelings, talking about their struggles since the orphanage days. The alcohol is hitting. Sarim's still gassing him up, telling him he's got the talent to make it big. A true bro. And just as things get wholesome, some two-toned asshole starts a fight by pouring beer on a random dude. The victim stands up for himself, basically asking the bully if he's got a life. Oh, it's on now. My man is absolutely seething, ready to throw hands over this disrespect. You can feel the rage. Two-tone over here is just smirking, calling him a clown. This dude was born to be a side quest villain, and he's calling them out for being arrogant pricks in their fancy uniforms. The class warfare is real. Two-tone is still running his mouth, telling the dude he doesn't even deserve to wear the uniform. The victim finally snaps and grabs Two-tone by the collar. My man is not about to take that disrespect. Ji-sun is just watching this whole thing from the bar, completely unbothered by the local drama. The whole bar is tense, but Ji-sun is just trying to get a drink. Bro has zero interest in this side quest. Two-tone steps forward, ready to turn this from a shouting match into a full-on beatdown. And now he's trying to drag our boys into it, asking them if they've got a problem. We get a name drop. Yoch, a D-rank writer with 160,000 readers, so he's a jobber with an ego. Sarim's whispering the deets to Ji-sun, confirming this clown is from a rival publisher and just hit D-rank. And of course, he's flexing his book about a polar bear. Bro really thinks he's a big shot. Sarum, the only one with a brain cell, tries to play it cool and de-escalate the situation. Sarim's peace talks fail as Two-tone turns his attention to Ji-sun, trying to drag him into the drama. But Ji-sun, with maximum troll energy, starts roasting him about getting outsold by that K-pop star. And Two-tone immediately takes the bait, going full feral fanboy over someone dissing his idol. His crew starts gassing up this K-dude, the same B-rank pretty boy Ms. Kim wants Ji-sun to copy. Two-tone is on another level of delusion, calling the K-pop star a national treasure with a psycho grin. Ji-sun keeps poking the bear, calling K a fraud, and Two-tone hits him with the "you're just an E-rank" insult. Oh, he did not like that. You can practically see the steam coming out of his ears. Two-tone gets right in his face, promising to rearrange that smug look with his fist. And he starts powering up, revealing this is all about some petty publisher rivalry. My man's charging up a whole attack in a bar, ready to fight for his publisher's honor. Two-tone goes full Super Saiyan, ready to throw hands because someone dissed his favorite author. Sarum tries to be the bigger man, telling him writers shouldn't be brawling in public. Famous last words, my guy. And Sarum immediately eats a light-infused fist for his troubles. So much for de-escalation. Two-tone sends him flying and summons some shadow spikes. Bro is really using his ultimate in a damn bar. Ji-sun finally stops spectating, now that his boy has been launched across the room. Two-tone hits him with the classic "it's not a fight, it's a lesson" line. This dude's ego is off the charts. Ji-sun is gritting his teeth, realizing this clown is a D-rank. The power gap is supposed to be real. My man's still thinking like an E-rank, admitting he can't take him alone. Bro, you have ghost dad powers now. And his big power is a damn polar bear from his novel. This is the most ridiculous stand I've ever seen. Ji-sun hits the classic anime glasses push, dropping the rankings aren't everything line. No. He's about to pop off. Ji-sun squares up, remembering his childhood MMA classes. Bro's about to find out if a jab works on a dude who summons polar bears. And Two-tone just absolutely styles on the first dude he was beefing with. Okay, so he's not all talk. Ji-sun's actually surprised by his speed. My man might have underestimated this D-rank jobber. Yeah, that first guy got sent into another dimension. Two-tone is putting on a whole show for the bar. Two-tone hits him with the smug "hope you learn something" line. This dude's villain monologue is straight out of a B movie. The first victim is literally part of the floor now. So much for a quiet drink after work. Two-tone walks away like he's the main character. Bro, you're a side quest at best. Ji-sun's on the ground now, saying the dude's name. Looks like he got caught lacking while checking on Sarum. Two-tone is still monologuing, calling Ji-sun rude for interrupting his beatdown. The audacity on this clown. But Ji-sun's back up with a smirk, dusting himself off and talking shit back. The real fight is about to start. Ji-sun's already analyzing the attack, thinking he saw the punch coming. The ghost dad buff is giving him ultra instinct. He's breaking down the dude's form, calling him weak and slow. My man went from E-rank to fight commentator real quick. Tutone is absolutely losing his shit that this E-rank isn't cowering in fear. His ego can't handle it, so he doubles down, throwing a haymaker and telling Ji-sun to stay on the floor. He's really trying to force the issue. Ji-sun just watches the punch come in, looking like he's about to parry this clown into next week. And he blocks it with one hand, calling the punch weak. The absolute disrespect is off the charts. Tutone is screaming, but his big D-rank punch just got stopped cold. You can see the panic setting in. Ji-sun is just holding him there, completely unbothered. He's not even breaking a sweat. Then he hits him with the too slow and lands a clean shot to the chest. My boy is styling on him now. And that's the face of a man who just realized he picked a fight with the main character. The regret is real. Ji-sun absolutely plants one on Tutone's jaw. That ghost dad buff is hitting different. And he sends the D-rank jobber flying across the bar like a damn pinball. Ji-sun hits him with the rank means nothing speech. Bro just downloaded the protagonist patch. But his victory lap gets cut short when he remembers his boy Serim is still down. Serim's on the ground, looking like he's about to go full rage mode for his boy. Ji-sun sprints over to help his homie, ready to play the hero. But he stops dead in his tracks, looking confused. Oh, the power-up is buffering. My man grabs his head like he's got the world's worst migraine. The ghost dad bill is coming due. And the system confirms it. His E-rank body can't handle the S-rank software update. He's on the ground screaming as the power overload fries his circuits. So much for that cool exit. Tutone gets back up and is about to stomp Ji-sun while he's down. Bro really chose the most disrespectful finish possible. He's absolutely seething about the shame of getting dropped by an E-rank. His fragile ego is in shambles. My man is grinding his teeth so hard he's about to need a dentist. The rage is real. He's literally apologizing to the air for losing. Bro, it's not that serious. You're a D-rank jobber. And now he's powering up, ready to show Ji-sun the real difference between ranks. Okay, we get it. You're insecure. He's summoning his book, pulling out the big guns now that his pride is on the line. And a system window confirms D-ranks get a whole new skill set. So this is the next level of writer bullshit. He slams his hand on the book like he's activating a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card. And he pulls out a massive glowing blade from his novel. So he wrote himself a big-ass sword. How original. Tutone is full psycho mode now, threatening to redecorate the bar with Ji-sun's blood. This dude escalated quickly. Even Tutone's own crew is trying to stop him. That's how you know he's about to do something stupid. But a green blur just flies in out of nowhere to intercept the attack. A new challenger has entered the game, and he just catches the blade with his bare hand. The absolute disrespect of this block is legendary. Tutone is having a full-on tantrum because his public execution got interrupted by this random. And the new guy just smacks him with the damn chair. My man brought furniture to a knife fight. Tutone is looking absolutely feral, recognizing his attacker. So these to have some history. Holy shit, it's Serim. The homie is back on his feet and ready to throw down for Ji-sun. Serim's beat up, but he's locked in, telling this clown he's about to get what's coming to him. Tutone goes full psycho, charging in to turn Serim into a damn shish kebab. But Serim summons his own glowing dagger to parry the attack. My man was hiding his power level. And just as the real fight is about to pop off, Samrana grabs Tutone's arm to shut it all down. Oh shit, it's the Rider police. They've got Tutone slammed on the ground, arresting him on the spot. They're charging him with violating the Rider code. Bro really got the fantasy cops called on him for a bar fight. And we're back to a history lesson, showing how the Nepo baby system got started with Riders passing down their powers. Apparently, when Riders started popping up everywhere, the kings and queens of the world saw a new weapon to exploit. So they started drafting Riders into their armies, turning regular wars into full-blown fantasy shitshows with summoned dragons. To stop the chaos, the top Rider families and the old money monarchs teamed up to form the Holy Order. Their whole deal is to regulate Riders and keep the peace, basically becoming the Illuminati of the author world. And by regulate, they mean they'll straight up delete anyone who doesn't fall in line with their authority. And they call these rebels heretics. Hold up, isn't that Ji-sun's title? The plot thickens. My guy. And by peace, they mean they crucified every heretic they could find. The Holy Order's methods are a little extreme. The surviving heretics had to go underground, basically forming a secret society of rebel authors. The Order then confiscated all the magic printing presses, because you can't have a monopoly without controlling the supply. They made sure only their approved writers could get access to the power. It's a full-on writer cartel. They even set up quotas for publishing houses, turning the whole power system into a corporate ladder. Fast forward to today. and these publishing houses are the biggest corporations on the planet. The top writers are now full-blown celebrities, walking red carpets like they just dropped a platinum album. And of course, they're running the world from these shadowy government-style meetings. You just know these dudes in suits are the ones pulling all the strings, deciding who gets to be a god. So yeah, the whole world is secretly run by writers. The author Illuminati is real, people. And the lore dump ends with the Holy Order locking up anyone who steps out of line. Guess who just stepped out of line? And we're back in Seoul, right outside the Holy Order's police department. The writer cops are not playing around. My boy Ji-sun is just sitting on the curb outside the station. Looks like they just kicked him out after the arrest. He's looking absolutely defeated. The ghost dad power-up got him a night in the drunk tank and nothing else. Someone's calling his name. But my man is still zoned out, probably reliving his LS from the night before. And we're back in the daydream with Fur Collar, who's still on his I will find you villain monologue. He hits him with the brother line again. Okay, this is either a memory or a vision, but the family drama is real. And he gets snapped out of his trauma nap by some random dude from the station. So he was just passed out on the sidewalk. Ji-sun tells him to chill, while the new guy asks why he's sleeping on the concrete like a bum. The new guy is asking if he was out there all night. Bro, they really just processed and dumped him on the curb. Ji-sun's trying to explain the power overload, telling Saram he just blacked out after the fight. He's still got a killer headache from that S-rank software update his E-rank body wasn't ready for. Saram flashes back to waking up in the trash bar with Ji-sun, and the other goons already gone. The bartender apparently snitched, telling Saram the writer cops from the Holy Order rolled in and took everyone. My man Saram really tried to bail him out but got stonewalled by the Holy Order's armored goons. Ji-sun confirms he got arrested with two-tone and gives his boy props for showing up. The bromance is real. Sareem's playing it off like he got lucky, but we all know he was about to throw down with that dagger. Ji-sun asks why Saram didn't clear his name, and Saram hits him with the I started it line. Saram immediately changes the subject by roasting Ji-sun's flop of a book, a classic deflection. And Ji-sun is giving him the bro, not now look. My man is not in the mood for jokes about his sales numbers. Sareem's trying to spin the flop, saying he didn't want Miss Kim to fire him. What a ride or die homie. Ji-sun hits him with the I was gonna take the fall speech. Bro's trying to be a martyr after one bar fight, and Saram grabs him with the full-on anim don't you dare grip. The bromance is getting intense. Saram drops some intel about a ceremony, telling him to chill because their company is in with the writer cops. He's still trying to calm Ji-sun down, promising this whole mess will just blow over. Ji-sun finally gives in, looking like he's just accepted his L for the day. And here it is, the I have a secret line. My man's about to drop the ghost dad lore on his boy. Ji-sun drops a bombshell, vowing to never join the Holy Order. Bro just declared himself a future heretic. And we cut to the Holy Order HQ, which looks like the final boss's corporate office. Inside, there's a whole damn army of writers lined up. That ceremony Saram mentioned is a massive deal. The writers are all lined up in their fancy uniforms, looking like they're about to be deployed to the front lines. And they're all staring at this glowing orb, which is probably one of those magic printing presses they're all fighting over. Some old dude with a villainous goatee steps up to the podium and tells everyone to pipe down. And we get the stats. Damascus Junhyuk, and a rank president with 220 million readers. Another top-tier boomer. He's kicking off this writer convention with the classic "It's an honor to be here" corporate speech. My man is getting fired up, going on a whole tangent about the rise of Korean literature. He's really selling the whole "our books are taking over the world" propaganda. K-lit world domination. The whole speech is basically a nationalistic pep rally for the writer army. And his big point is that they need to sell out and write what the kids are into. Sound familiar? Some new blue-haired dude in the crowd is absolutely starstruck that the big boss showed up. Damascus is still on his corporate hype speech, giving a shout-out to some dude from a rival company. And we meet Park Sun-yeol, a C-rank president who looks like a damn Yakuza boss. This is the guy eating Ms. Kim's lunch. Some dudes in the crowd are calling him sketchy. Yeah, no shit. He looks like he's about to break some kneecaps. And one of them roasts to Tone, saying that's his future. Damn. Even his own co-workers think he's a clown. Damascus moves on, congratulating the CEO who just dethroned his company after 50 years. That's a public L right there. And this is Helena Conway, and a rank with 640 million readers. She's the heir to Hemingway, a literal literary goddess. The whole room is simping for her. My girl has the entire writer army in a chokehold. Even the dudes in the back are admitting she's got that it factor. Yeah, the it factor is being in a rank Nepo baby. The speech takes a hard left as Damascus brings up the bombing in Paris. Time for the fear-mongering part of the presentation. He's going off about terrorists and heretics, getting the whole room riled up. This is a straight-up call to arms. Damascus is still on his soapbox, talking about their sacred calling to protect the world. Yeah, by controlling everything. He's really selling this whole we're the good guys narrative with his grand gestures. Bro thinks he's giving a TED Talk. He calls out some apprentice from a rival publisher to come up on stage. Time for the public rankings ceremony. And here comes the new guy, rocking some fancy braids and a face tattoo. He's walking up like he owns the place. Oh, we're in a flashback. Sarum is hyped as hell, telling Ji-sun they're finally about to take the pledge. Sareem's still reminiscing about their academy grind. My boys are finally about to get their official writer licenses. Back to the ceremony. Braids McGee is about to get his power level scanned by the magic orb. And the stats are in. He's a D rank with 188k readers. Not bad for a rookie, I guess. The system gives him the green checkmark. Congrats, my guy. You're officially a certified corporate drone. The whole crowd is doing this weird prayer pose. This is less of a writer's guild and more of a damn cult. Sareem's clowning on some rookie's edgy pen name and tells Ji-sun he should probably get one too. Ji-sun hits him with the classic glasses push, too proud to admit he needs a marketing gimmick. But a new challenger enters the chat telling Ji-sun to take the branding advice seriously. And we meet Han Wangin, a C rank with 2.5 million readers. Bro is already lapping our boy Ji-sun. Ji-sun's flashing back to their academy days. So this is the classic school rival who actually made it big. Apparently, this dude was always competing with Sarum for top grades. The whole squad was full of tryhards, and he was evenly matched with Ji-sun in a fistfight. So they were all equals back in the day. Now this dude's got to bestsellers while Ji-sun is writing romance fanfiction for his boss. Ouch. My man hit C rank in a single year. The glow up is real, and Ji-sun is still stuck in the tutorial. Sareem's teasing him about his new fancy pen name. The friendly banner can't hide the fact that Ji-sun's getting left behind. Han Wangin is still flexing, calling himself the year's best-selling thriller author. This dude's ego has its own zip code. He named himself Evander after a boxing champ. Bro thinks he's the main character of a sports anime. Sarum is eating it up, but Ji-sun's face says, bro, you are trying way too hard. He's also paying tribute to that Holy Order commander who got smoked in Paris, okay? So he's a full-on establishment simp. So, his full pen name is Justice Evander. My man really thought he cooked with that one. Evander puts Sarum on the spot, asking what his super cool pen name is. The condescension is real. Sarum just says his own name, honoring his mom's family. A wholesome king in a room full of tryhards. Evander is looking at him like he just said he writes in crayon. The disrespect is unreal. Ji-sun jumps in, clowning on his boy for the simple name. The friendly fire is part of the bromance. He's asking if Sarum will even stand out. Bro's worried about his friend's SEO. What a pal. Damascus calls Sarum up to the stage, and Evander hits him with the most condescending good luck ever. Sarum walks up to get his official rank, looking like he's about to sign his life away to the corporate machine. And the stats are in. Sarum is officially an E rank with 31k readers. Welcome to the bottom of the ladder, my guy. Ji-sun is watching from the crowd, probably already calculating how he's gonna lap his boy's numbers. Sareem's all hyped, but Ji-sun's turn is up next. Bro is already regretting his life choices. Ji-sun steps up with a smirk, ready for his turn in the spotlight. It's protagonist time, baby. The whole squad is officially in the game now. Ji-sun's already got that main character energy going. My man's looking like he's known his whole life he was destined for this. The confidence is off the charts. And we get a quick flashback to his mom. Damn, she's the reason he's even here. The feels are real. He's dedicating this whole journey to his mom. She's the fuel for his entire revenge-fueled writing career. Ji-sun's making a silent vow to use his power for good. We all know that's just code for revenge. He's got that I'm gonna fix the world look, but his eyes say I'm gonna burn it down for my mom. The hooded priest guy is congratulating him on his first year. Bro, he's about to get his official E rank L. Ji-sun's just soaking it in, being told he's finally ready to be a real writer. The calm before the storm. And here it is, the big moment. Please choose your pen name. The pressure is on, my guy. Ji-sun hits him with the I don't need one, pulling a Sarum and using his real name. The confidence is unreal. The priest is like cool, whatever, and tells him to read the pledge off this magic iPad and scan his hand. And we're at the hand scanner, the final step to becoming a certified corporate drone for the Holy Order. My man is about to make it official, looking like he's about to sign the Declaration of Independence. His hand hits the scanner, and just like that, he's officially in the system. Welcome to the game, kid. The system loads the pledge, and my man is about to swear loyalty to the very people he hates. He's taking the oath while flashing back to his mom's murder. The irony is killing me, man. And it's official, Lee Ji-sun, pen name Ji-sun. Bro kept it simple, I respect it. The hooded priest tells him to fill out his online profile. Even magic cults have HR paperwork. The system starts calculating his rank and immediately shits the bed. The numbers are going haywire. And there it is, S-rank detected. The ghost dad power-up just blew his cover wide open. The whole damn room starts flashing red. My boy didn't just get ranked, he broke the whole system. The entire ceremony hall is on red alert. So much for a low-key debut, huh? The rival, Evander, is looking around like what the hell? Yeah. The E-rank just broke your power scouter, bro. And the whole place goes into lockdown, with massive blast doors sealing them in. They are not letting this S-rank slip away. The whole room is just staring, completely clueless about why their corporate event just turned into a disaster movie. The system is still bugging out, trying to process the S-rank it just found, with Ji-sun at the center of it all. And the system didn't just break, it sent out a distress signal. An investigator is getting called in. The call connects and the investigator is officially online. This is not a drill, people. And here's our guy. Some blue-haired dude who looks pissed that his day just got ruined by this S-rank alert. Ji-sun's hand is still stuck on the scanner, which is now glowing red and probably snitching on him to the head office. The red alert is still going strong, just in case anyone forgot they're in a full-blown crisis. The blast doors are fully locked down. Nobody is getting in or out until they figure out what's up with our boy. The doors are sealed so tight they're sparking. The Holy Order is not messing around with potential S-ranks. Old man Damascus is just staring, realizing his little writer convention just turned into a national security incident. The hooded priest is losing his shit, demanding to know why his corporate event just went DEFCON 1. One of the tech brothers is having a full-blown meltdown, admitting he has no clue what's happening. Great team you got there. The system is flashing a maximum alert warning right next to Ji-sun's face. Yeah, no shit. Sherlock. And the stats are in S-rank with 30 billion readers. My boy's potential just got a 10x multiplier out of nowhere. The system officially labels him a heretic. Well, that explains why the Holy Order wants them dead. Ji-sun is just standing there like what? Completely oblivious that he just broke the entire power scaling system. My man's still on that I'm just an E-rank copium while the whole building is in lockdown. Because of him. The priest is screaming to shut it all down. Bro is trying to unring a bell the size of a nuke. He's trying to physically drag Ji-sun away, desperate to stop the investigator from getting involved. Too little, too late, my guy. And the investigator is officially online. The big boss just joined the server. And he's not here to play games. And this is the face of the investigator, Saint Alaric. Bro looks like he's about to cancel Christmas. The hooded priest is just praying this is all a bad dream. His one job was to not find a heretic. The tech support team is officially having a meltdown. Their whole system just got blue screened by Ji-sun. Sarum is just standing there, watching his boy's debut turn into a national security threat. Ji-sun recognizes the name Saint Alaric. Oh, so the top cop of the writer world is on the case now. And Saint Alaric is pissed, hitting them with the I'm busy while his office is on red alert. The tech brothers are stammering his name, absolutely terrified of this dude. The fear is real. The lead tech bro is already blaming the equipment, bowing and apologizing for the malfunction. My man is sweating through his lab coat, trying to sell the false reading excuse with his whole chest. He immediately starts screaming at his underlings to fix it. Classic middle management. Passing the buck. Saint Alaric ain't buying the malfunction excuse, asking if they're asterisk really asterisk sure. Bro's BS detector is going off. The tech bro is stammering so hard he's about to short circuit. The fear of this investigator is next level. The red alert is still blaring, just to remind everyone how royally they've screwed up this ceremony. The system starts a race scan. Okay, let's see if they can hide this S-rank power level. And the results are in. The system just finished its do-over. Let's see the damage. It pulls up Ji-sun's basic stats. Yep, that's our boy, the secret S-rank in an E-rank's body. And his reader count is back to the pathetic 12K. The system is officially gaslighting everyone. And there it is, the big fatty for E-rank. They managed to sweep the S-rank under the rug for now. Ji-sun's having a mini heart attack, realizing he was one glitch away from getting deleted by the Holy Order. The tech bro is back on the line, telling the investigator it's all good now with the fakest smile I've ever seen. Saint Alaric is still on the line, and you can tell he's not buying a single word of their bullshit. The tech brothers are bowing so hard their spines are about to snap, blaming the equipment for being sensitive. And Alaric is just licking his lips, thinking an S-rank heretic sounds like a damn good time. This dude is unhinged. Turns out he's been taking this call while playing some evil mastermind chess in his murder dungeon. He's calling the whole situation a shame. Probably because he can't immediately go hunt down our boy. And the dude he's playing against is another heretic, a B-rank writer who is about to have a very bad day. Alaric calls him more interesting than the usual trash he has to deal with. Bro's an exterminator with a god complex. He moves his chess piece and calls check. This ain't a game, it's a damn execution. And he hits him with the mate. As the other dude realizes he's about to get deleted from existence, the heretic gets dragged into the shadow realm while screaming for help. So that's what happens when you get caught. The heretic is screaming his last words, calling Alaric scum as he gets dragged to hell. My man tries to hit him with a last-minute curse on his entire bloodline. For effort, I guess. He summons some glowing red chains, his final fuck you to the Holy Order's top dog, and Alaric just shatters them without even blinking. Bro, the power gap is wider than the Grand Canyon. Alaric hangs up, telling the tech bro not to waste his time with false alarms again. He shows the dude's face on the phone, basically telling him he's on a shit list now, and he drops the "your life is forfeit" line. Yeah, that tech bro is never sleeping again. Back at the ceremony, the rival Evander is shook, realizing Alaric just executed a man on a conference call. The lead tech bro just collapses, having a full-blown panic attack. He knows he's a dead man walking. And we get Ji-sun's official profile. The system successfully hid the S rank, leaving him with his sad little E rank stats. The hooded priest is practically shoving Ji-sun off the stage, desperate to get him out of there before he sets off another alarm. The whole room parts like the Red Sea as Ji-sun walks by. My man's got that main character aura now. The rival, Evander, is smirking, calling the investigator a bloodthirsty psycho. He knows exactly what would have happened. And we get a quick highlight reel of the investigator's greatest hits, murdering anyone who steps out of line. Evander's basically confirming these dudes are the Holy Order's personal death squad, and he's cool with it. Sarum, the only one who missed the memo, is just clapping like, wow, what a show. Bro is absolutely clueless. Evander walks up, calling him S-rank heretic Ji-sun. Oh, he definitely saw that screen before they covered it up, and he immediately starts flexing about his new book. Bro can't stand not being the center of attention for 5 minutes. The whole room is still staring at our boy's crew. They're officially the high school drama table now, and we get the classic mysterious hand on the railing shot. Someone important is watching this whole shitshow go down, and the rank Nepo baby, Helena, is locked in on Ji-sun from her VIP box. She's already telling her assistant to run a full background check on our boy. Yeah, she saw that S-rank glitch, and now she wants to know everything about him. And the boys are walking out of the ceremony, with the rival Evander tagging along for the drama. Sarum is still buzzing, completely clueless that his boy almost got deleted by a psycho on a conference call. Evander, the only one with a brain, figures the Holy Order is just paranoid after the Paris bombing. Ji-sun plays along, speculating about the attack on Julius Hugo. My man's a pro at hiding his secrets. Evander goes full company man, talking about how the terrorists need to be brought to justice. Ji-sun's just laughing it off, joking about how the glitch almost got him killed. He's playing it way too cool. But inside, he's already doing the math on his new S-rank status. The power trip is just beginning. The rival Evander gets way too close, hitting Ji-sun with a friendly little "what if" about that S-rank alert. And he finishes the threat by promising to personally murder Ji-sun if he was a real heretic. This dude has zero chill. Sarum is shook, but Ji-sun confirms the rival is dead serious about his heretic hunting hobby. Evander goes on a whole propaganda speech about the Holy Order's sacred duty. Bro drank all the Kool-Aid. He's defining heretics as any writer who defies the order. My man is literally describing Ji-sun's entire situation, and he drops that they must be exterminated line with the most intense stare ever. Yeah, this dude is a full-on fanatic. Sarum drops the lore. Heretics killed Evander's parents. Okay, so he's got a classic villain origin story. Ji-sun's big takeaway from his near-death experience? He's still pissed about having to write romance, but their emo walk gets interrupted by a couple of girls who are way too excited to see them. Turns out their corporate uniforms are a total chick magnet. They're getting swarmed by fans of their publisher. The rival Evander is already flexing for the fans, completely eating up the attention. But the girls immediately curve him and start thirsting over Ji-sun. My man Evander is getting sidelined hard. They're asking for a group photo, and Sarum is all about it. Ji-sun just looks like he's being held hostage. And they snap the selfie. Ji-sun's got the "I'm contractually obligated to be here" face on lock. Ji-sun's already having a main character monologue about the perks of being a writer. My man's really feeling himself, talking about the overwhelming power of his new corporate job. Then he flashes back to that shadowy figure, remembering that this power means nothing if people get hurt. And we're back to the core motivation. He can't rest until he gets revenge for his mom. He's vowing to get stronger, confirming he knows exactly who was behind his mom's murder. And we see a flashback of the smug bastard who did it, confirming the killers are part of the damn holy order. And we cut to the Hugo mansion on a dark and stormy night. You know some rich people drama is about to go down. Inside, some dude in a lab coat is running a high-tech scan. This looks way too much like a secret villain lab. And it's the Nepo baby himself, Julius Hugo, getting his power level checked after surviving that bombing. The scan shows he's got 30 billion potential readers, but he's only at 50%. Hold up. That's more than G-Sun. Some old dude breaks the news. He only inherited half his family's power. The other half is missing. And this is Arthur Asher, the family's B-rank manager. Basically Alfred. But with 81 million readers. Julius just calls his own dad a traitor. Bro, the family beef here is on a whole other level. My man walks off like he's the star of his own cologne commercial. The arrogance is palpable. He's staring at a family portrait, calling his dad a disgrace. This dude's daddy issues have daddy issues. But Alfred 2.0 says he knows how to get the other half back. The hunt for G-Sun is officially on. Alfred 2.0 says first things first. They gotta hunt down the traitor who stole half the family's power. Julius is worried about the holy order breathing down their necks. But Asher says the traitor is probably weak now. Asher's plan is to jump the new heir, while he's still a noob trying to figure out the controls. Julius is about to ask the million-dollar question, looking skeptical as hell. And we get the stats on Julius Hugo, confirming he's an S-rank with a 30.6 billion potential. So G-Sun's dad stole half of this Asterisk dude's power. The Butler's plan is to use their global spy network to find any weird power spikes, like the one G-Sun just had. He's convinced G-Sun's S-rank power is like a giant glowing sign that says, I'm over here. Alfred 2.0 is basically telling Pretty Boy to chill. They'll find him eventually. The hunt is officially on, and we see their global writer watch, flagging every time some D-rank jobber causes a public disturbance. Some poor tech bro is stuck on the night shift, scanning the globe for our boy's energy signature. The Hugo family's global writer watch is already flagging an S-rank heretic. Throwing down in New Delhi. The hunt is on. Julius is on his villain monologue, promising to find the heir. As the system flags another D-rank clown in Washington. And what do you know? Another alert pops up in Seoul. That's gotta be the bar fight our boys just started. The system pulls up the profile for Two-Tone, the D-rank jobber G-Sun just folded. Yep, they're on the grid now. And of course, they've got a file on our boy Serum too. Just a basic E-rank, nothing to see here. For now. We cut to the next day, with seagulls flying over the city. The corporate grind waits for no one. And we're back in the office, where everyone is chained to their desks like the good little writer drones they are. Some new dude is pacing through the office library, looking like he's about to have a full-blown meltdown. My man is stressing over his trash sales numbers, admitting he should have just listened to Ms. Kim. Yeah, no shit, dude. He's finally accepted his fate, ready to swallow his pride and let Ms. Kim fix his flop of a book. She breaks everyone eventually. G-Sun's back in the office, still trying to process that whole secretly a god thing from yesterday. He finds the office's power scanner, ready to see if that S-rank alert was just a bad dream. My man fires up the orb, about to get some hard data on this ghost dad power-up. He's thinking about how the ceremony scanner glitched. Yeah, glitched is one word for it. My guy. He's looking at his sales numbers, knowing damn well his 15K reads don't match that S-rank energy. The imposter syndrome is hitting hard as he wonders if he's really just an E-rank scrub after all. He decides to walk it off, probably before he has a full-blown existential crisis in the middle of the office. But just as he's leaving, a system notification pops up. The plot never lets a man rest. It's the stats for Damascus, the ranked president, flexing his 230 million readers. Talk about a reality check. And speak of the devil. The old man himself walks up to brag about his new bestseller right in G-Sun's face. G-Sun's just staring, realizing the old man just casually dropped a million reads on a new book. And the kicker? He did it in a single week. My boy is feeling the E-rank pressure hard right now. G-Sun's back at his desk, feeling like a damn ant in this corporate machine. The imposter syndrome is real. He's hitting the books, knowing he needs a bestseller yesterday if he's gonna catch up. And he's studying the K-pop star's romance novel, the same one Ms. Kim wants him to rip off. Serum rolls up on him, asking how the homework is coming along. The Broman support group is in session. G-Sun's breaking it down like a detective, realizing the book is just the same recycled trash over and over. Sareem's just laughing, clowning on him for getting sucked into the K-pop star's literary thirst trap. My man's looking like a zombie, admitting he's read 30 damn copies. Bro is down bad for this research. Ji-sun immediately gets defensive, trying to play it off like he wasn't just lost in the sauce. Ji-sun's still trying to play it cool, claiming his romance novel binges for work. Yeah, sure it is, buddy. Sareem's just gassing him up, dropping the know your enemy line like they're in a war movie. And their little study session gets interrupted by someone busting into the office with a purpose. Oh shit, it's Ms. Kim, and she looks like she's about to announce the apocalypse. She's got important news, which usually means more work or someone's getting fired. And the big news is that House Hugo, Ji-sun's sworn enemy, is dropping a new bestseller. And it's written by the Nepo baby himself, Julius Hugo. The plot thickens, my guy. Ji-sun immediately roasts the title, but knows he has to read his rival's new book. Ms. Kim explains it's a tell-all about his daddy issues and the burden of being a prophet. And the print run is over 1 billion copies. My boy Ji-sun can't even sell 20K. Sareem's jaw is on the floor over the 1 billion copy print run. Yeah, that's a few more than Ji-sun's 15K. Ji-sun's already connecting the dots, knowing the bombing is just free marketing for this clown. Ms. Kim announces a 3-way publisher death match for the translation rights. The corporate Hunger Games are on, and the contenders are Red Eye, Firsthand, and our boys' company, Nocturne. Time to rep the home team. Ms. Kim drops the twist. Julius only wants a translator his age. The Nepo baby wants to work with other young guns. So it's a 5-on-5 tournament arc with writers under 30. Bro, this is about to be a whole shonen showdown. And the final boss, Julius Hugo himself, will be judging this whole selection trial. Of course he is. Ms. Kim is practically drooling over the contract. She's ready to send her rookies into the meat grinder for this W. Ji-sun's got that I'm in smirk. He sees a way to get close to the man he's sworn to destroy. My man's already breaking it down, realizing the translator gets no reads. He knows there's gotta be a catch. Ji-sun's already doing the mental math, realizing this is his one shot to get on the radar and get his revenge. Ms. Kim's about to announce the roster for this corporate Hunger Games. Let's see who she's sending into the meat grinder. And she picks Sareem first. My boy is officially on the varsity squad, and he's looking hyped as hell. Of course, the rival Evander makes the cut. Ms. Kim is gassing him up, and you know his ego is eating it up. Next up is Yuna Hemingway, a D-rank Nepo baby who defected from a rival publisher. She's their inside woman. And we've got Jean, an E-rank who's a French specialist. She's the secret weapon for the actual translation part of this. Ms. Kim announces there's still one spot open on the team, G. I wonder who's gonna fill that last-minute protagonist slot. She's laying out the stakes. Win this, and they get the backing of House Hugo, the biggest name in the game. With Hugo's power, they can strong-arm the Holy Order and take back their #1 spot. It's all about the corporate ladder. Ji-sun is locked in, knowing this is his golden ticket. Revenge and a bestseller, all in one convenient package. And we're back in Ms. Kim's office, the corporate Thunderdome where dreams go to die. Ms. Kim's calling him out, asking if he's really gonna let this opportunity slide. She knows he's here to beg. Ji-sun shoots his shot, asking his boss to put him in the game for the Hugo translation gig. He's trying to sell his MMA skills, reminding her he can throw hands if this translation contest gets messy. Ms. Kim hits him with "I told you so," using his last flop as proof he doesn't listen to her. My man is finally swallowing his pride, promising he's ready to be a good little corporate drone. And he drops the trauma bomb, admitting he's had trust issues since the Holy Order smoked his mom. Ms. Kim's listening, but still playing hardball, telling him it's too late for a sob story. Ji-sun's laying it all out, admitting his trauma made him a lone wolf. The vulnerability is real. Ms. Kim is looking at him like she's finally seeing the real dude behind the E-rank attitude. Ms. Kim hits him with the "your trauma isn't my problem" line, but admits she likes his passion. Ji-sun slams the desk, done with the talking and ready to show his commitment. He's promising he's hungrier than anyone for this win. The protagonist's energy is dialed to 11. Ms. Kim's still testing him, asking why he's any different from the other corporate climbers. Ji-sun drops the mic, saying this isn't about glory, it's about a promise to his dead mom. My man looks her dead in the eye and guarantees he'll deliver the W. The confidence is insane. And just like that, Ms. Kim is sold. She finally caves and puts him on the roster. Ji-sun hits her with a confident smirk, promising not to let her down. He's officially in the game. He walks out of the office to find his boy Sareem waiting for the news. Sareem is hyped as hell, celebrating that his boy made the cut for the corporate deathmatch. Sareem is gassing up the team, confident they've got the win with the two Nepo babies on their side. Ji-sun zones in on Yuna, the other big name on their roster. She's got that stay away from me vibe. Sareem's still on his hype train, but Yuna looks like she's about to start her own villain arc. Ji-sun remembers she's the daughter of Helena Hemingway, the Orang CEO who was eyeing him at the ceremony. Sareem drops the lore. Yuna and her mom had a falling out, so she's basically a corporate refugee. Ji-sun realizes she's not just here for a paycheck. She's on her own revenge tour against her family. My man's already worried she's gonna steal the spotlight. Bro, this isn't just your revenge story anymore. Yeah, that's the face of someone who is absolutely going to make this all about her. Ji-sun warns his boy to shut up, dropping the intel that her family is super hearing. And of course, she heard everything. They're already on her shit list before the mission even starts. Ji-sun is absolutely roasting Sareem for getting caught talking shit. My boy looks like he's about to get deleted. But before Yuna can choose violence, the fifth member of their dysfunctional squad finally shows up. The new girl, Jean, is trying to introduce herself to the crew. She's the French specialist they mentioned. She's stuttering out her name, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. The social anxiety is strong with this one. Sareem, ever the good guy, introduces the squad and tries to make her feel welcome. Ji-sun's already analyzing her, clocking that she's too shy to even make eye contact. Sareem's gassing her up, saying she must be a prodigy if Ms. Kim picked her. Yuna is still lurking in the back. Jean asks to speak English because her Korean is rusty. Okay, so she's the real deal translator. Sareem's all for it, flexing that the whole office is basically the UN of writers. And the rival Evander finally shows up with Yuna, officially assembling their corporate suicide squad. The rival Evander starts the team meeting by announcing he's the strongest C rank. Bro's ego just walked in before he did. He immediately points out Yuna is just a D rank. My man is literally ranking his own teammates out loud. And then he calls Ji-sun, Sareem, and Jean E ranks. Okay, so his plan is to lead by being a condescending dick. Evander gets right in Ji-sun's face, roasting him for his last book flopping. This dude has absolutely zero chill. He follows it up with a fake-ass laugh, saying the world just doesn't get Ji-sun's genius. The sarcasm is so thick you could cut it. Then he hits him with the condescending, "You can count on me" line. Bro, nobody asked for your charity. Ji-sun just smirks back, telling him to save the concern for someone who needs it. The silent clapback is real. My boy is already monologuing in his head about his MMA skills, convinced he can solo the other team. But Yuna cuts in, telling him not to underestimate their rivals. She's the only one here with a brain, apparently. And Ji-sun is completely shook, realizing she just read his damn mind. He forgot about that super hearing, didn't he? Ji-sun and Yuna are having a full-on psychic death stare. My boy just learned the hard way that you can't talk shit in your head around Hemingway. The rival Evander steps in to play peacemaker, telling them to chill. Bro, you were just roasting the whole team 5 seconds ago. Sit down. Evander's already in leader mode, telling the squad it's time to roll out to the Holy Order HQ. This dysfunctional family field trip is gonna be a disaster. And we're at the Holy Order HQ, which looks less like a writer's guild and more like a villain's corporate office. The squad rolls into the lobby and immediately runs into a rival team. The corporate Hunger Games are officially on. Sareem's already smiling at some new challengers walking in. My man is just happy to be here, completely oblivious to the tension. And we get the dramatic shoe shot. You know someone with main character energy is about to step on the scene. Oh shit, it's the K-pop star whose romance novel Ji-sun was just binging. He's an E-rank rival from another publisher. The K-pop star is all smiles, wishing our dysfunctional crew good luck. This dude is way too nice to be in this deathmatch. Sareem's waving back like they're old pals. At least someone on this team knows how to network instead of starting fights. Ji-sun's whole crew is giving the K-pop star the death stare, except for Sareem, who's just happy to make friends. And some big shot from the Holy Order finally steps onto the scene. You know it's serious when you get the shoe shot. All the rival teams are lined up in the lobby like it's the first day of the Hunger Games. The tension is real. The big screen shows the official roster for this corporate deathmatch. It's a full-blown tournament arc, baby. Some high-ranking priestess from the Order steps up to the mic to shut everyone up. The fun is officially over. She's just the opening act, announcing a special message from House Hugo's personal hype man. And here comes the envoy, rocking a full-on anime villain mask and dragging in some poor old dude in chains. Masky boy hits them with the most condescending "Our Lord respects you" speech. Yeah, we can feel the respect, bro. He lays it out. This ain't a translation bee. It's a head-to-head mission. The corporate death match is a go. And the first trial is a fetch quest. Go get this prisoner's magic pen. Bro, This is a whole side quest. The quest item is Victor Hugo's pen, a legendary artifact with an unknown power level, bro. This is some Excalibur level shit. Ji-sun's already calling BS, wondering why they'd send a bunch of rookies to find an S-rank artifact. My man's the only one with a brain here. Masky Boy explains the pen was stolen years ago, and they've been failing to get it back ever since. So they're outsourcing their LS to the interns. He says it just hit the black market, and this poor old dude is the dealer who sold it. The buyer's a ghost, so it's time for an interrogation. The old man is absolutely terrified. He knows he's about to get questioned by 3 teams of corporate psychos. The envoy confirms all 3 publishers are on the job. It's a full-on race to see who can get the magic pen first. He tells them to extract information from the old man. Yeah, that's corporate speak for break his kneecaps. And Samrano immediately grabs the old man by his tie. The interrogation is starting off real friendly, I see. My man just eats the old dude across the damn lobby, telling the writers to have at it. They literally just threw them the first clue. The old man eats the floor hard. The first trial is basically a 3-way brawl over who gets to torture the informant first. Ji-sun and Saram are looking shook as the envoy basically tells them to go full Guantanamo Bay on this old dude. And some psycho redhead from a rival team is already opening her inventory, looking way too excited for some light torture. She's summoning her weapon with a whole light show. This is not her first corporate-sanctioned interrogation, and she pulls out a glowing dagger. My girl is ready to get some answers the old-fashioned way. The old man is on the floor begging for his life. Bro, you are in a room full of corporate climbers. Nobody's helping you. He's screaming for help. But it's a little too late for that, my guy. The redhead is already on her way. We get the classic anime reflection shot in his eye as the redhead closes in for the kill. And she goes for the kill with a full-on spinning slash. Bro, they said interrogate, not decapitate. And she just straight up beheads the only lead they had. Sareem's face says it all. What the actual fuck? Ji-sun recognizes the killer, calling her Arya. So our boy has some history with this murder-happy rival. And Arya just walks away from the headless body like she's taking out the trash. My girl chose violence and didn't even flinch. Masky Boy is just looks like Red Eyes in the lead. Bro, she just murdered your only witness. He dips out, leaving them with a dead body, and may the best team win. This whole trial is a damn setup. So now everyone's just staring at a corpse in the lobby. The corporate retreat is off to a fantastic start. The rival Evander is going full Super Saiyan, screaming Arya's name. Looks like these to have some history. He's demanding an explanation, but my man, she just decapitated a dude. I don't think she cares about your rules. Arya gets right in his face and tells him to kick rocks. The sheer audacity on this woman is legendary. She's straight up taunting him, saying the old man had secrets. So, she killed him to keep them quiet, not to get them. Ji-sun is finally catching on, realizing they just got played hard. Welcome to the party, pal. He's watching them leave, figuring out that killing the informant was the whole plan. These red-eye clowns are playing chess, not checkers. The rival Evander is going full Super Saiyan, screaming at Arya for breaking the rules. Bro, there are no rules in the corporate Hunger Games. And he's summoning his own magic book, leaping at the red-eye squad. My man is about to start a lobby war over a dead informant. He follows up with a damn shield bash. Okay, so his whole writer shtick is being a paladin. My man is demanding they spill the tea, still on his justice for the dead guy crusade. Arya and her crew are just looking at him like he's a damn clown. She is not impressed by his little light show. Saram, the team mom, is trying to call him off. Bro, your boy is too far gone on his righteous anger trip. Ji-sun's already solved the puzzle, telling Saram they killed the old man because they already had the info. He finishes the thought, realizing Red Eye already knows where the magic pen is. They're playing for keeps. Sareem's still trying to catch up while Ji-sun explains they probably tortured the dude before the meeting even started. And Ji-sun hits him with the "that's right," confirming Red Eye played them all for absolute fools. Ji-sun's already on his Sherlock shit, explaining the dead guy must have sold the pen to a local broker. He's figured out the broker was just a middleman, a cutout for the real buyer who's trying to stay hidden. Yuna finally speaks up, asking the million-dollar question. How the hell did Red Eye even know about this deal? Ji-sun explains the broker got greedy, trying to start a bidding war by shopping the pen around to the big shots. The rival Evander finally catches on, realizing the suspect list is basically just the rich nepo babies of the writer world. Ji-sun confirms, saying the list includes all of Korea's top-tier heirs. The plot is getting real personal now. Yuna connects the final dot, naming the prime suspect, Helena Hemingway, the rank CEO of Red Eye. And she drops the mic. Helena isn't just the boss of the rival team, she's Yuna's own damn mother. And we get a lore dump about the Holy Order's one-child policy to stop powerful rider dynasties from forming. This whole system has been in place for centuries, forcing these powerful families to put all their eggs in one basket. The lore dump continues, explaining the whole one kid gets all the power rule for these rider dynasties. The power literally gets passed down to the kid like some kind of magic trust fund. So these rider families are literally descended from dudes like Victor Hugo. The Nepo baby thing goes way back, and this power has been passed down for generations, creating a whole rider aristocracy. And now we've got the current generation of literary gods, like Julius and Helena, running the whole show. And Yuna's the next in line for the Hemingway throne, even if she looks pissed about it. Yuna's defending her mom, saying she's not ballsy enough to steal from House Hugo. Ji-sun's playing detective, agreeing but saying her mom was definitely on the broker's call list. He figures the broker hit up every rich family, so Helena definitely knows who was selling the pen. Evander finally catches up, realizing Helena sent Arya to silence the only guy who could snitch. The shy translator, Jean, asks Yuna if she can just call her mom for the info. Oh, you sweet, naive child. Yuna hits her with the impossible, confirming the family beef is ice cold. They are definitely not on speaking terms. She explains that since she defected to a rival company, her mom would rather watch her fail. The corporate family drama is real. The rival Evander tries to play team captain, telling her they'll figure it out. Bro, you were just yelling 5 minutes ago. Some new E-rank clown from Red Eye, Zach, starts taunting Yuna for leaving her mommy's company. Yuna claps back hard, asking if he means she should have stayed to work with idiots like him. Damn. The burn is real. My man Zach goes feral, screaming that she's nothing without her mom holding all the family power. He keeps twisting the knife, questioning if she's even a real Hemingway. Bro is going for the emotional damage world record. And Yuna finally snaps, summoning her own magic pen sword to block his attack. Okay, so she's got some skills after all. Zach is sweating, realizing he just poked the bear. Yuna's got that I'm about to end your whole career look. But Arya, the redhead psycho, teleports behind Yuna with the nothing personal kid line. This is a full-on team jump. Ji-sun's just watching this whole corporate beef escalate, realizing this rivalry is about to get bloody. He's remembering that writers literally die in these publisher wars. This ain't just about book sales anymore. Sarum, the only one who read the employee handbook, is screaming that they can't fight on Holy Order grounds. The K-pop stars team is the only one with a brain, bowing out to the priest and getting on with the mission. The hooded priests are just watching this whole thing like it's a damn UFC fight. They are not here to break it up. In fact, they're encouraging it, saying the walls are reinforced so they can go nuts. The Holy Order wants the smoke. My man's got a full-on psycho grin, basically telling them to turn this lobby into a damn war zone. The K-pop star is looking way too happy about the no-rules rule, okay? So he's not as innocent as he looks. He dips out with his crew, letting the two Nepo baby teams beat each other senseless while he goes for the W. The K-pop star hits them with a smug see you later as he dips out. My man is playing for D-chess while they're playing checkers. The lobby is officially a murder arena, with Yuna and Arya about to throw down over the dead body. And the system makes it official. Duel in progress. The Holy Order is literally monetizing this corporate beef. We get the team shot for Nocturne, and everyone looks like they're about to have a panic attack. And here's the rival team, Red Eye, looking like a whole squad of professional assholes. They're in a whole new arena now, with Arya rocking fire powers and Yuna pulling out a damn scythe. Yuna calls her out, knowing Arya put her goon up to starting this whole fight. She's not dumb. Arya just smirks, basically admitting she played her and asking what she's gonna do about it. And she hits her with the rank shaming, calling her a D-rank scrub. Classic villain move. But Yuna pulls the ultimate and no reverse, saying rank is for peasants when you're from a blessed bloodline. Ji-sun's finally doing the math and realizing his whole squad is about to get wiped. The rival Evander is trying to rally the E-ranks. Bro, read the room. You're all about to get packed up. Ji-sun's watching the Nepo baby duel, knowing Yuna's pride is about to get her deleted. My man's already calculated the L, admitting Yuna doesn't stand a chance at her current level. But a new challenger appears, blocking Ji-sun from joining the fight. This dude's got final boss energy. And we meet Zephyr, another C-rank clown from Red Eye, asking Ji-sun if he feels lucky. He summons a whole ass fire dragon just to call our boy small fry. The disrespect isn't real. My man is charging up a Final Fantasy summon to deal with one E-rank. This is absolute overkill. Ji-sun's face says it all. He's about to get hit with an attack. That cost more than his entire net worth. And the attack lands with a massive explosion. Well, it was a good run for our boy Ji-sun. but the rival Evander slides in with the clutch shield block, saving Ji-sun's ass at the last second. Ji-sun's just staring at the massive crystal shield, realizing his rival is way stronger than he let on. Evander is sweating, pissed that he had to reveal his true strength to save the guy he just threatened to kill. The fire dragon clown Zephyr is shook, wondering how this mouse just tanked his ultimate move. Zephyr gets his ego back, telling Evander he's about to get a power level reality check. My man is the classic anime power stomp, cracking the damn floor just to look cool. He's charging in for round 2, ready to finish what he started with a full-on flaming sword dash. This clown is bragging about his new book mid-fight. Bro, nobody cares about your sales numbers right now. Evander's holding the line with the shield, hitting him with the most sarcastic "yeah, I can see that." Ji-sun's watching from the sidelines, realizing this C-rank beef is way above his E-rank pay grade. Ji-sun's looking at the enemy roster, realizing his squad is about to get absolutely steamrolled. And we get the stats on Arya, the C-rank psycho who just decapitated a dude. Yeah, she's a problem. And here's her partner in crime, Zephyr, the other C-rank clown with the fire dragon. They're stacked. Ji-sun's watching Yuna throw down with Arya, already calculating how long she'll last before getting folded. Arya's got that "I'm about to end your whole career" smirk. She is absolutely living for this violence. Turns out the redhead psycho is a famous fantasy author with millions of copies sold. She's a celebrity and a killer, and she's next in line to run the whole company. So she's got the skills and the corporate backing. Yuna's got the fancy bloodline, but she's sweating hard. That nepo baby power ain't kicking in. And here's why. She can't access her family's full power while her ranked mom is still alive. Damn, that's cold. Ji-sun knows what's up, confirming Yuna is about to catch a massive L in this fight. The rival Evander is screaming at the E-ranks to get behind him. Bro is finally playing the team captain role. The shy translator Jean is looking absolutely terrified. Yeah, this is way above her pay grade. Serum, the team mom, is trying to be useful, offering to put up a defensive barrier for effort. My guy. Ji-sun is just sweating, realizing he's a spectator in a fight that could get him deleted. The fire dragon clown Zephyr is telling Evander to chill, like he's not about to try and murder him. And Zephyr's attack hits Evander's shield with a massive explosion. The C-rank beef is getting real. Zephyr breaks through the shield, hitting Evander with the "did you forget about me" line. The whole lobby erupts in a massive clash of power. Our E-rank boys are just trying not to get vaporized. The aftermath is just pure chaos and flying debris. This corporate retreat has zero chill. Zephyr tells his goons to go finish off the E-ranks. He's literally delegating the cleanup job. The red-eye goons are way too happy to jump the E-ranks. This dude's cracking his knuckles like it's Christmas morning. And he's calling out our boys, specifically targeting the low rankers. Bro, you're an E-rank too. Calm down. My man launches himself with a flaming punch, going for the easy kill. The overconfidence is just dripping off this clown. He's about to connect with Serum, looking way too smug about beating up the team mom. But Ji-sun catches the punch like it's nothing. My boy just hit him with the "who's the real brat? Come back." And Ji-sun just uses his MMA skills to judo flip this clown into the damn floor. The disrespect is beautiful. Ji-sun's got him pinned, calling him out for being all talk. My boy is not here for the trash talk. But just as he's about to finish the job, he spots a new threat. Red Eye's got an archer on the high ground. Ji-sun immediately clocks the archer. Yeah, a ranged attacker just made this whole fight way more complicated. And she's already letting an energy arrow fly. The E-rank cleanup crew just got a sniper problem. Ji-sun screams a warning, realizing the arrow is aimed at the shy translator, Jean. And Serum, the absolute bro, dives in front of her and takes the arrow straight to the chest. My man just took one for the team. Jean is just frozen, covered in his blood, and realizing he just saved her life. Ji-sun is watching his best friend get impaled. Well, they just activated his murder mode. Serum collapses on top of Jean, still trying to shield her. Bro's a hero to the last breath. He's bleeding out but still has that "I got you" look for Jean. The loyalty is insane. The archer lands, mocking Serum for being a gentleman. This bitch is really taunting a dying man. And she follows it up with a kick right to the wound. Okay, she's not just an enemy. She's a full-blown sadist. The kick sends Serum flying across the floor. The disrespect is just off the damn charts. But Ji-sun catches her arm mid-swing. His boy is on the floor, and he's got that "you're already dead" look. Ji-sun's eyes are glowing as he processes what just happened. The "I'm just an E-rank" act is officially over. And there it is, the full-blown protagonist rage scream. They just pushed the wrong damn button. The archer bitch is laughing her ass off, completely clueless that she just signed her own death warrant. Another red-eyed jobber tries to finish him off, but the system just hit him with a legacy power-up. Bad timing, my guy. My man's got that dead calm look on his face. Oh yeah, someone is about to get absolutely deleted. And the system confirms it. 500,000 reads just got absorbed. My boy just got a mid-fight level up. The jobber's punch gets blocked with one hand. The look on his face says, I have made a terrible mistake. He doesn't even have time to process the power gap before Ji-sun hits him. With a full-on energy blast, my man unleashes a whole-ass Kamehameha wave inside the damn lobby. So much for keeping that S rank on the down low. And the jobber gets folded into the damn ceiling. That's what happens when you mess with the MC's crew. The jobber who tried to jump Ji-sun is now a permanent ceiling fixture. That's what you get for interrupting a power-up. Ji-sun's still radiating that I'm about to end you energy, pointing at the archer who started this whole mess. My man hits her with the full-on revenge monologue promise. Oh yeah, she is absolutely on the shit list. Ji-sun summons his own pen weapon, glowing with that fresh S-rank energy. It's time to show them the difference between E and S. Some new red-eye clown with fancy braids can't believe what he's seen, bro. You're about to find out. Ji-sun's got that cold, calculated look. The rage is gone, replaced by pure, unadulterated I'm going to hurt you focus. The braided clown tries a spinning kick, screaming at Ji-sun to get lost. Bold move against the guy who just redecorated the ceiling. And Ji-sun just catches the kick with one hand like it's a damn frisbee. The disrespect is legendary. Braided boy is having a full-blown meltdown, realizing he just tried to kick a brick wall. The regret is real. Ji-sun's just holding him there, completely unimpressed. My boy is about to teach him a very painful lesson in power scaling. And that's the face of a man realizing he just tried to fight the main character. During his power-up arc, Ji-sun just snaps his leg like a damn twig. My boy is not taking prisoners today. He's got that cold, dead-eyed stare. The E-rank scrub has officially left the building. Ji-sun calls his shot, telling the archer bitch she's next on the menu. He even gave her a nickname. Braided boy is sweating bullets, realizing he's about to be the first victim of Ji-sun's revenge tour. And he immediately surrenders. Bro folded faster than a lawn chair after talking all that shit. Ji-sun turns back to his boy Serum, who's still bleeding out on the floor. The rage is still simmering. Serum, with a hole in his chest, is telling Ji-sun not to worry about him. My man is loyal to a fault. He points out that Yuna is getting absolutely bodied by the redhead psycho, Arya. The team is still losing. And Arya is just laughing her ass off while choking Yuna out. Yeah. This corporate death match is going great. The redhead psycho Arya is on her villain monologue, calling Yuna a troublemaker while looking absolutely unhinged. The rival Evander is trying to play hero, screaming at Arya to stop while he's in his own damn fight. Ji-sun's got that cold stare, promising to teach someone a lesson. Yeah, he's talking to you. Archer bitch. Arya's still on her psycho rant, screaming about Yuna paying for the sin of switching companies. She hits Yuna with the ultimate taunt, saying she won't kill her just to stay on her mom's good side. And she's just holding Yuna by the throat with one hand. The power gap is just embarrassing at this point. Arya's threatening to scar her face, taking this corporate rivalry to a whole new level of petty. But the redhead psycho finally senses a new threat. Someone's about to interrupt her little torture session. And some mysterious hooded figure just intercepted her attack. Okay, who the hell is on their team now? The hooded figure just blocked her with a damn energy shield. My girl Arya is not used to being stopped. The hooded figure's secret weapon is a pair of glasses that just shattered a phone, bro. He weaponized his damn prescription. And the savior is Ji-sun, who just teleported across the lobby to face down the redhead psycho. Arya, the glow-up is real. Arya's losing her mind that some E-rank just blocked her. Yeah. You're about to find out what that S-rank energy feels like. She's realizing those glasses would have turned her into a damn kebab. My boy almost one-shotted her with his eyewear. Ji-sun's got that cold stare, confirming he was absolutely going for the kill shot. The E-rank act is dead and buried. Arya's already taunting them, calling Ji-sun a Prince Charming. Lady, he's here for revenge. Not a rom-com. She's powering up, saying he's not a nepo baby so he's not protected. Oh. She has no idea who she's messing with. The system announces her skill as she summons a whole-ass fire phoenix. Okay. She's pulling out the big guns now. And the skill is Phoenix Ascension. She's about to hit him with her signature move. My girl is on her villain monologue, promising to slice him up. She's got no clue she just picked a fight with the main character. And Arya comes diving in with her Phoenix ultimate, ready to turn our boy into a damn parking lot crater. Serum is on the floor absolutely screaming, watching his boy about to get hit with the C-rank's final move. But Ji-sun just reaches up to catch the damn attack with one hand. My man is about to go full Saitama on her.